object classes. So when you want to club both methods and classes, that it should not vary. It should not vary. It should not give any complexities in that particular thing. Responses for the class. Whenever that you'll be going to give some input for that, you should give the proper response. If it is going to give some wrong things, the complexity is going to be more in that, then the problems are going to be raises and errors may prone to errors. Lack of coherence methods. It is being calculated considering the pace of methods in a class. Two or more classes that it is going to get considered, their attributes and their values and the functionalities in that, those things are going to be considered for this coherence. Lack of coherence in the method means combinations of, it is not going to be meeting that particular requirements. Okay. How we are going to analyze the component of the software components? The software components are already analyzed and it is being fixed. Okay, the input will be given one end and the proper output that you will be going to get it. So this is already fixed and it is already analyzed. Only the thing is that what we will be going to analyze in this is when you will be going to put this one into the use of another system, you should not give any errors. So integration errors, you should not raise it. That's what we have to check it in this. So the product measurement that it takes the process, choose the measurement to be made for which module or which product, select the components as is being assessed, number of components that it is going to be there in that. So which are the components that you wanted to assess, that you have to measure it. Measure the component characteristics, what this particular component is going to do, that characteristics that you have to check it. Identify the anomalies, measurements, okay, the problems if it is going to be there, that you should be checked. Then analyze the anomalies components. So the problems are going to be there means what are the anomalies that it is going to have, those things you have to analyze and you have to rectify that particular component. Some ambiguity is also going to be there in that. Sometimes it is going to have misinterpretation of the things. Okay, the interfaces are going to be incorrect way that it is getting connected. Okay, when you are going to have inheritance and all this, things, then at the time, instead of inheriting one class, another class, if it is getting inherited, then the complexity is going to be more, the ambiguity is going to be more, because similarity is going to be there in that. When the similarities are going to be there, these things are going to be common in nature to have that ambiguity. Some faults, measurement faults are there. Okay, so you wanted to reduce some faults. It may lead to the increased number of help desks. One example it is being given here. Means if program is going to be correct, everything is going to be correct, then it is reliable and everything is going to be correct. That time more number of inputs that it is going to come. Okay, faults, if you are going to reduce the faults, okay, more number of inputs that you will be going to get it. So that's what it is a surprise it is going to be. Okay, it is saying in this program is now thought of more reliable, means perfectly alright. So more diverse in the market. So everybody is going to ask for that particular product. That's the major advantage it is. These are the surprises that you will be going to get it. Another thing is that if faults are going to be more, then the help desks are going to be less, because the problems which it cannot be solved, the time costs are not to be taken. That's the advantage. Okay. So software, whenever you will be going to say that is a product is going to be there, how this process and products are going to be measured? All these things are going to be measured in the form of what? it should not give any errors. This is the first thing. Constantly changing should not be done. If you are going to change any things, then we cannot able to get the proper output. Okay, and whenever that changes are going to be made, okay, they should not use the ambiguous in nature, so that if it is going to be ambiguous, the problems are going to be more, and you will be not able to analyze the that is measure the output properly. Okay. Analytics, software analytics. It is nothing but you will be going to analyze the software with managers, software engineers, and empowering the software development individuals, team-wise, that it is being discussed, and everything is going to be shared between the people, and you will be going to analyze whether these things are going to be correct or not. Whatever the input is being given, whatever the SRS is being given, according to that, whether it is executing or not, those things are going to get discussed, analyzed, and it should be finally given to the market for the delivery of the product. So this software analytics, it enables the user data for the software product companies when their product is going to be used. It is nothing but if any software failures are going to be there, then how to overcome that particular product failures, that it is going to get measured in this. Then the open software that also it is going to be there. Open software, you cannot able to argue with them because it is under the beta version. So any problems are going to raise in that is not going to be acceptable by the programmer, okay, or developer. It is going to be. Some analytical tools are going to be there that it is going to use this as a measure for understanding that particular product quickly and concise way. The information is going to be given to the developer, okay. And you'll be going to measure with some parameters how much of that is possible. Specifications are going to be there. According to that, analytical tool is going to analyze your product, measures the product. Finally, we will come to the status of software analytics. So here it is going to say that software analytics is still immature, okay, and it's too early to say that what effect it will have. It is nothing but software is going to be given to the market. That time we cannot assure that this product is going to work 100% correct, because it is under the section of beta version. So when the beta versions are going to be there, some problems are going to be there in that, because without testing the product has been get releases some of the parts, so that 100% there will be some problems are going to be there. And if big data processing, if it is going to be there, more data is going to be get processed, that when you want to collect that data, so storage may be the problem in that. So those things are going to be get corrected by using next versions of the product. Okay, that's what the status of the software is going to be measured when it is in the beta versions. So we will be going to end this particular module saying that we have been learned a lot of things in this particular chapter. That is studied the quality of the matrix, how to measure the matrix, okay, and what will be the cost of the matrix, how the cost is getting specified for the matrix. All these things that you have been learned. So in this particular chapter you have to concentrate more on staff management, which diagrams it has been shown in the previous slides, okay. There you have to concentrate, and 80% of the questions will come from that, okay. So concentrate more on that particular chapter, or